Hello everyone and welcome back to Kobean History, and today we are gonna do another quiz video. If you haven't seen the first one, we're doing these from time to time. I record them, then I post them on Patreon for my patrons to do, and then I include their scores in this video as well, and then I upload them to YouTube as you're watching it right now. We have a theme for this one. It's British monarchy and prime ministers. For this video. So we have 3 quizzes. The first one over here is the English Monarchs quiz, as you can see. This is an easier one. We get the houses, names and stuff. I've done this one before, so I've got no doubt I'll get them all again. Oh yeah, the website I'm using is Jetpunk, by the way. And yeah, so this is the first one. Then the next one will be like Anglo-Saxon English to current British monarchy, so that will be a lot bigger and more difficult as well. I haven't done that one before. And then we'll finish with the Prime Minister quiz, like all the Prime Ministers from the Union when England and Scotland joined, from then until present. So I've done that one too, but I'm not that good at it, so we'll see how I do. This one, first one, oh no, this one. This is easy because you can, for example, go Henry and then it will go all the Henrys. So yeah, that's why this is the easiest one, and that's why we start with this one. So I have Henry, got a lot of Henrys. You got George as well. You had 4 in a row over there, 4 Georges. Richard is another common one. And of course the original start of Norman England is William. Let's have a look. This was here. So these were the first William II, Henry. Then we had one that a lot of people don't know. And when I first heard about this, I was like, I've never heard of this king before. What a very weird name for a king. And it is King Stephen. Or Stephen. Yeah, it's probably one of the most least well-known monarchs. So then we had Henry, Richard. What other ones? We have Edward. That's a common name. We'll look at all those Edwards. Okay. We have the queens. So we have Queen Anne. We have Queen Mary. We have Queen Elizabeth. We got Victoria, of course. Let's see, which one am I missing? I got all of the House of Windsor. Got Hanover too, Stuart. Oh, we got Charles. They had a few of those. No, I think only 2, right? Yeah, 2 Charleses. Let's have a look. So we got William Henry. I'm blanking now. Which one am I missing? Oh, John, of course. King John. That one was over here. And James, that was it. That's all of them, I believe, yeah. Well, not as fast as my last one, but yeah, I was talking in this one as well, so that's probably it. I did get them all still. Yeah, Stephen was the least well known. So yeah, that was the first one. We are going on to the second one now. So British monarchy from the Saxon times. I have not done this one before. So we will have a look at how this one goes. It is a user created one, and it hasn't got that much traction, so it might be harder. Not everything might be like considered correct. Maybe spelling mistakes are crucial, and there are a few ways of spelling the older ones. So this one will be quite hard, I believe. So we'll start with the ones we know. We got Stephen, John, Mary, Anne, Elizabeth, Charles, Edward, Henry, James, George. Oh, that's not how you spell George. George, there we go. We got Victoria, Richard, William. Okay, which one am I missing? Have I got it. I don't know if they will consider Jane in this one, yeah. So Jane, she reigned for like, she was never crowned, she reigned for like 9 days or 7 days or something. So this quiz considers her a monarch as well, the last one didn't. So it's kind of controversial in that way, but which ones am I missing? Oh, I'll think of it. We'll start with some older ones. So in the Anglo-Saxon ones, we have some Edwards there. I know we have Alfred as well. Alfred the Great. We're starting with him. Then we got Athelstan. It's probably spelled differently. There we go. Ethelred. But how do you Ethelred? I know it's a king. It was a king. It's gonna be. I don't know why it's not taking this one. But which other ones do we have? Anglo-Saxon ones. We got Harold. We had a few heralds. There were some Viking kings as well, like I don't know if they were considered. Yeah, I think Canute. Where is it? Canute. There were a few more. I think in this region there were a few like Viking kings. I'm looking at these ones. Which one did I miss that I had before? Wait, there was one between Mary and Elizabeth? I'm actually having to think now. Wait, there was Harold Godwinson. And then it went to William the Conqueror, so I don't know which other one was in 1066. I know you had like, was it Harold Hardrada? Or was it Harold? I believe so. But he was never like king, he wanted to be king, but Godwinson defeated him. Which other Anglo-Saxon ones do I know? Not many. I think these were pretty much the ones. I know it was Ethelred. That was a king, but it's not taking it. He was the one that wasn't ready for the Vikings, and then the Vikings took over. That's why he was named Ethelred the Unready. I believe that was. I think that's the case anyway. I think that was that one. Anyway, I don't know these. Which one am I missing? Anyway, I'll give up. I'll see which one I missed. Oliver Cromwell wasn't a monarch though. Oh, Philip and Mary. That was Philip of Spain, but he wasn't. I guess he was kind of co-monarch, but he wasn't the king of England, let's say. But he kind of co-ruled with Mary. I don't know when Louis of France was the king. So yeah, this is kind of, I guess these might not be 100% accurate, or might cover some controversial ones which aren't actual, like, agreed upon, let's say. But yeah, we can kind of look at it. Oliver Cromwell, he was the leader during the Commonwealth, so for a time they deposed Charles I, then they didn't have a king for a while, and then Oliver Cromwell was in charge, but oh, Richard Cromwell as well, I suppose that was his son. But yeah, they didn't like Oliver Cromwell, so they took Charles II as king again and reinstated the monarchy. Let's have a look. I wouldn't have gotten that one. Edmund, it kind of sounds like a name I should have gotten, maybe. Oh, here, Ethelred. How did I misspell it? I thought I did this right. Maybe I missed the letter, but I mean, I'm gonna count that one as a point, so I'm gonna give myself 55 over here out of 69. So I still got like almost 80%. I guess I was good. So Ethelred done. Oh, he was here twice. Does that mean I get 2 points? I'll give myself 56 then, because it should have been twice. Okay, yeah. I don't think I would have gotten the other ones. Of course, I knew Cromwell and like Philip as like people, but I wouldn't consider them English monarchs. And I believe who was Matilda? I think Matilda was like the sister of Stephen. Was that the case? And then because that's when the houses switched. Because Stephen's nephew, I think Matilda and Stephen had like a civil war. And it ended up with like, okay, Stephen can be king, but when Stephen dies, Matilda's son, which was Henry II, comes to the throne. So, oh yeah, I guess she took over for a while in the Civil War. I guess they count that as well. I don't think conventionally they would have counted that, but yeah. Okay, that's enough for this quiz. Let's have a look at probably the most difficult one, which is British Prime Ministers from 1721 until the present day. So let's start. Over here we have Cameron on the picture already. If I can spell it. We got Boris Johnson. Does it take Boris? No, I guess it will have to do the last name. Johnson. Now we had May for a few years. We had Gordon Brown, if I remember correctly. Then was it Mayor? Or was it Major? That was it. I think this cap was Blair, Tony Blair. Then before that, it's gonna start getting a little fuzzy. I know Thatcher was in the 80s. Not sure before that. I know Churchill from the war. Then we have Attlee as well, which was after the war. Chamberlain. Before the war, he wanted peace with Hitler, but yeah, that didn't work out. Is it called? How do you spell this? Chamberlain. I don't know these ones. I remember from The Crown, the series, they had. It started with an M, I think. I'm kind of remembering those prime ministers. I can't remember what his actual name was though. I know back in the day we got Pitt, right? We got Pitt the Younger and Pitt the Elder. We got 2 times Pitt the Younger even. The first one, famously, is Walpole. There we go, Robert Walpole. I know we had some dukes as well, because I've done this one before. It's been a while, but I kinda remember. Could it be Richmond, maybe? Let's get some general names going. Maybe Smith. Oh yeah, Earl of Derby. Like, apparently his name was Smith. What are... maybe Dave? No. What are other common surnames? Hey, who was the Prime Minister during the First World War? I don't even remember. Yeah, this one's quite hard. And I'm trying to think which were the Prime Ministers during Victoria's time, but I don't think I know anyway. Yeah, this one is actually really hard. I've done this one like quite a few times before, but I keeps being hard. So we got Walpole, William Pitt the Elder, the Younger. Am I gonna have to give up already? I feel like I've done better in this one in the past, but I guess I'm gonna have to give up. I can't think of it. Maybe it's just my brain today, but I can't think of it. Oh no, actually my high score is 14, so I've never been good at these apparently. Yeah, so my camera just stopped recording right at the end there. Luckily it was just after I finished the quiz. But yeah, 25%, not too great. Yeah, it's below average. Not by too much though. So yeah, let's have a look. I got all the more recent ones from until Margaret Thatcher over here. Then yeah, Harold Macmillan was the one that I was thinking about like the Crown, the Netflix series. That Prime Minister I was thinking of. Harold Wilson, Edward Heath. I've heard of them as well before, but I just couldn't think of them. Then we have the wartime Prime Ministers, so like Neville Chamberlain, Churchill, and then after the war, Attlee, and then Churchill again, because I wanted him back. Before that, we got a few alterations. So we had like Baldwin, MacDonald, like it keeps altering. So, and that's something that we'll see later on as well when we go even further down the list. Like if you had, for example, MacDonald or Baldwin, that's already like 2 or 3 points from one name. So if I had known those ones, I would have gotten a lot more points. But then yeah, we go to the David Lloyd George, and I don't know this one, but I have heard of this one before, probably from the First World War. But yeah, then this is kind of the area where I started to go. I don't know where it was, like who they were. Here again we got a lot of alteration between like Marcus. Is it Marquis? I believe the French say Marquis, but how do you say it in English? Marcus? But we'll go for Marcus. Of Salisbury, and then William Gladstone, they altered as well here. Then we had the Earl of Derby, that was kind of a guess with the name Smith there. Just go for the most generic name. There got to be a Prime Minister with it sometime in history. But yeah, this is kind of where we go into that more aristocratic Prime Minister area, where there's a lot of earls, there's a lot of lords, there's a lot of dukes here. Duke of Wellington, I should have gotten that one. I've been to his arch before. Robert Peel, I've heard of as well. I can't remember how, but I've heard his name before. Yeah, more lords, Lord Melbourne, Earl Grey. Is that Earl Grey, is that where the tea is named after? Is that because of this Prime Minister? Might very well be. I don't actually know. So let's have a look at that right now. Earl Grey, but not the tea. Is it named? Let's have a look at the tea anyway. Let's see the history of it. Oh, so it is named after. It is named after Earl Grey. Okay. So I learned something new about tea today. Then we have Viscount as well here, another aristocratic title. Then we had William Pitt, the younger and the elder. That's basically the only way I knew about it, because I knew there was an elder and a younger. No middle one though. And lots of earls and dukes again here. And then of course I knew the first one, Sir Robert Walpole, just because he was like the first Prime Minister of Britain. So yeah, all in all, didn't go that great, but I guess I kind of went, I got as many as I expected I would, I guess. But yeah, on screen right now, might be up there or down here, you'll get the scores of my patrons. You would have also seen the scores on the individual quizzes, but here is the total scores of me and my patrons combined. But yeah, let me know how you did in the comments below. Which answers did you know? For the next quiz video, which will come out in maybe a few weeks or a month maybe, I will do some more English history or British history, more general history quizzes. Then the one after that, I'll do some US history quizzes, which I personally am not good at, but that's for you US viewers out there. We'll do some US history as well. Thanks for watching. If you would like to participate in these videos, you can check out my Patreon page, linked on screen and in the description below, and you can participate in these quizzes from the $1 tier. I would like to thank my patrons for their support, and especially my $15 patron Barker Die.